Hey, Fabric and friends, Greg Meyer here. It has been over 15 months since we have been able to gather in person, but starting this Sunday, June 6th, and Sundays throughout June and July, we're able to gather in person right here at the Minnehaha Falls Bandstand. I want to make sure you know about that, and I hope you come, but that's actually not what I want to talk to you about today. The fact is that we've been in the grip of a global pandemic that has changed how we as individuals and as a society behave. I mean, we've learned to isolate, we've learned to adapt to ways to protect ourselves and other people, and that means getting back together isn't just as simple as it might be. And I know you know that, but along with learning how to be safe ourselves and protect our children and other vulnerable people, there's something else we need to talk about, and that is that you've changed. I mean, it's not just COVID. There was the death of George Floyd and the ensuing movement of anti-racism that grew up around that. There was an election and stuff that came out of that as well. And then there was just more than a year of adapting to thinking and to living and to working in a different way, and you've changed. And as a person like that who has changed in those ways, you're very likely wondering if fabric is still a fit for you. Yeah. I mean, being a part of a community like Fabric isn't just something you do out of obligation or out of routine. It's a choice. And like all of us, I'm sure you're re-examining the choices you had made before the pandemic to see whether they make sense for your life moving forward. Well, I got a couple things to say, and one is, choose. I mean, it's important that we aren't just consumers of the world, but that we really do commit and invest in the world around us, and we were created to make a contribution. But we can't do everything. So choose wisely and plug into the places and invest in the things that are really important to you. Second, I'm glad that you have changed, and you have, and so have I, and so has everybody else that was part of Fabric and everybody else in the world. And since we've all changed, well, Fabric has changed too. I mean, Fabric isn't a club, it's not an institution, it isn't something that exists all on its own. It is us. So if we've changed, so has it. So don't expect Fabric to be what it was back in March of 2020, and don't think that Fabric expects you to be who you were back then either. No, Fabric is a place, Fabric is a way that we can connect and figure out who we want to be and how we can live into that as fully as possible. And the last thing I want to say is, help us figure this out. I mean, we have an opportunity here, folks. I mean, stuff is flexible. Things that often aren't very movable are suddenly movable. We have a chance right now to help Fabric be the kind of community that will really respond to what we need and what the world needs right now. So I hope to see you this Sunday or one of these upcoming Sundays when you're available, and I think we're going to have a wonderful time together figuring out this future together. I also want to remind you about all those people that you've been missing and that you're hoping I'll be here as well. Well, don't just think it. Be in touch with them. Reach out and let them know you're looking forward to seeing them here at the Falls one of these Sundays. And then, there's a lot of other people out there who could use a community like Fabric to help them put their world back together right now, and we could use them to help us figure out what kind of community we need to be and can be as well. So reach out to those people too. Invite them to join us here one of these Sundays in June and July at Minnehaha Falls. So Fabric, it's life woven deeply. That's all, and that's enough. We'll see you soon.